for the bench, plus the extraordinary drama that unfolded last night centred around tonight's match referee. We're going to get to all of that. But first, alongside me, Rob Daly, tonight on Premier Sports is Terry Gibson. Terry, a first Clásico Cup final since 2014.
Yep, it's always a spectacular game between these two teams. It's a spectacle. And what we've seen in the stadium before the game as well, they've certainly pulled all the stops out. It's a magnificent game of football. It's watched throughout the world. People want to see these teams play. People want to see these players play. And at the moment, two teams in very different positions, but I am eagerly anticipating an exciting affair.
A reminder from the 20...
Fight them off at your peril. Difficult tonight with no Mbappé. That makes life tougher for them. But we always expect something spectacular when Real Madrid are wounded and they're in trouble. And Ancelotti's team, more than not, often do fight back.
Well, these are the scenes in Seville as Hansi Flick and Carlo Ancelotti denied the chance to meet up yesterday as part of their media obligations because of Real Madrid not committing to them. In Barcelona's favour, and given Real Madrid's recent results, and the final drama was quite something. Match referee Ricardo de Burgos,
full-blooded, but Barcelona will want to try and impose themselves on Real Madrid. Real Madrid probably playing on the counter-attack.
Rodrygo and Vinicius Júnior.
Yep, and as I say, Robert, it's going to be interesting to see how they exact.
Now, 15,000 extra seats, all undercover, and a new playing surface for this game specifically. It's a venue that's enjoyed a run of Copa Del Rey finals.
Yep. So it'd be interesting to see. Hopefully that holds up well and doesn't contribute to any.
1 and 20 titles respectively.
Well, they've certainly waited all day in Spain, haven't they? It's 10 o'clock at side track, but it's intense, it's fast and furious, and hopefully they've all made it. No one's fallen asleep.
Ferran Torres, great touches, and he's got away from his defender, and a combination of Tchouameni and Rüdiger deals with that.
Just about. There we see the first breakthrough from Barcelona, which
punched into Raphinha. Raphinha works it with Ferran Torres, and they're around Real Madrid again. Gerard Martin. Good ball, and Jules Koundé had got free of his marker.
He's one of those cheeky players, Jules Koundé. When you're marking players from Barcelona, there'll be bigger players to mark, and he falls in.
Ferran Torres, and they're around Real Madrid again. Gerard Martin.
I think Camavinga is going to be out for the rest of the season. Over 30 goals. And it's what they do. It's
his third captain wears the armband tonight with Ter Stegen and Araujo on the bench. Davide Ancelotti, Carlo Ancelotti's son and assistant, shout Fran back at the dugout as Rüdiger immediately said sub, and Vinicius Júnior, if it wasn't clear, I think that's. So off goes the Frenchman, his first. Ceballos is caught, and he'll be relieved at that.
I think the referee.
Hansi Flick loved that from Gerard. Rüdiger covers, and then Garcia covers him.
That's what I mean about being thrown into the thick of the action, and suddenly Lamine Yamal.
Another huge cheer as Gerard Martin wins another tackle.
Thinking it's still 0-0.
Raphinha goes early with his ball. Pedri clips it, and you can see Vinicius given straight back to Raphinha. Ferran Torres in the middle, and brilliant recovery work. Asensio was back there, and a let off for Martinez stepping forward from centre back here for Barcelona.
The players are making it on the pitch, because in my opinion, I'm watching it, it's slow, the big surprise. To be honest, no one was sure how they were going to do under astonishing.
Yamal drives! And he nearly found the corner. Courtois was rooted to the ground.
Yes, an interesting adaptation here of Thibaut Courtois, because
goals compared to Real Madrid's 66.
Top scorers in the Champions League as well. Gushing at the far post. And what he said, be aware of Koundé. Lewandowski, of course, is a miss.
Koundé's there again! And this time he does test Thibaut Courtois at full stretch.
We'll have a look to see who.
Olmo nips in front of Valverde. Vinicius has a runner in. Fran Garcia. Pedri swept in, but there is no runner on the end of it. And the challenge.
Will occasionally get the opportunity to attack.
Real Madrid have won the last two Copa Del Rey finals, the other in 2011.
And non-playing. Oh, it's the manager. I think Barcelona are particularly strong. So we're talking.
What is it? Pedri's onto it! What a stunning way to open this Copa del Rey final up! Barcelona fans will tell you he's the best midfielder around right now. And goals like that, stunning goals like that, will help make the case.
Was he going to go the same road as Ansu Fati, who had a similar start to his career, but this season he has been a major breakthrough for Barcelona, this goal, in terms of this, in the context of this match. And beaten Real Madrid 4-0 and 5-2 this.
Dani Ceballos threads it, Bellingham finishes it. Well, he points over to the flag because he knew it. On to Koundé. Go back and show a card. Here's Raphinha up against Rüdiger. Pedri, the game's goal scorer, hangs it up towards Dani, getting forward from left back. Help arriving now. Camavinga was the player getting back there. Yep. Essentially, but Hansi Flick has loved playing him in this high line. To the penalty area. There's a yellow card for the left back. Worth having another look at this here.
Yeah.
They tried to set away Ferran Torres. Flag stays down for now, but Rüdiger's quick. Dani Olmo. And bashed into by Rüdiger.
It's got Raphinha written all over it, this one, hasn't it?
Raphinha hits into the wall, and the deflection had Courtois for a fraction. Dani Olmo. Can he pick a pass? Rüdiger makes the block. Here's Koundé. Oh, and it's right across the face of goal. And belted back goalwards by Raphinha. It looked like that might have hit the post, in fact. And question marks about Real Madrid's defending from that.
Yeah.
He's all right out there. Vinicius Júnior, is he off? Flag stays down, the touch is poor anyway. And he smacks into Szczesny. Oh, penalty! Oh, but the flag's up. Well, the referee had given that as a foul, it would appear. So let's wait and see if the offside will stand against Vinicius Júnior.
I thought it was off from Rodrygo.
Chance to whip the ball in here. It's another foul on Dani Olmo. And headed behind by Vazquez. And there is the half-time whistle, a half that Barcelona have dominated. The Real Madrid to open up this Copa del Rey final. Can Real Madrid
getting a little bit more time on the ball, hoping that the Barcelona performance slows down a touch in the second half.
Really impact the game. And you were spot on, Terry, it is.
Rodrygo hasn't been in good form though in terms of scoring goals, and he was on the
point of view that he's one of the best around. Ferran Torres does collect, no free. Yamal. And central areas in that first half.
Yeah, I think he does do that, but he
in his penalty area, but they didn't like the whole situation. It goes long. Here's Bellingham. Must have any club in Europe's top 5 leagues. Raphinha belts it into the arms of Courtois, who holds well. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius! Chesney with a save, and again! I think that was creeping inside his near post.
Well, the first legitimate saves of the game from Barcelona.
Going when they have got going tonight. Rüdiger up. No caution,
Yeah.
Good running and a shot is. So it was the kind of call you can't turn down, and he's only suffered 1 defeat since coming into the team.
It's good to have friends.
Still going here, Mbappé. A double step over, Chesney in the way, Kubasi behind.
He was barely able to move, or barely able to touch the ball in the half-time break when he was warming up. But the adrenaline, he's pumped up now. And he's playing in the Copa Del Rey.
Dani collected from Raphinha. Goal kick's been given. Real Madrid, meanwhile, are making a double change because Lucas Vazquez. Dani Ceballos off for Arda. Have completely exposed them here. Dani Raphinha drags the pass, and Raphinha, in truth, drags the shot wide. That was 3 on 2. Teammate Mbappé. Frankie de Jong there. Mbappé nearly. Vinicius around Koundé. He had Chesney on the floor, but the goalkeeper grabs it. Appeals for Real Madrid for something. Free kick.
Federico Valverde must be right back now, but he wasn't right back then, was he?
Last winners of it in 2021 under Ronald Koeman. There he is again, Vinicius Junior. And he puts a pretty tame. Dani Olmo, the flick to Ferran Torres is sublime. Raphinha against Asensio. And that's just like his shot from a few minutes ago. 30-goal Raphinha with the opening again. Vinicius! Wow, he flashes that one wide.
Well, the game has turned, hasn't it?
Supporters are starting to believe they have the potential to come back here.
We've got a chance every 90 seconds or so now.
Mbappé forward, and Dani Olmo couldn't trap it. Of Arda Güler, but Turkey international keeps it in. It's again, right away from Koundé, and no foul. The ball was won by Martinez. Arda Güler, away from Raphinha. Vinicius Junior back post, and the flag is up. Germany. It's very heavy from Bellingham. Rüdiger, and then a little bit of retribution from Ferran Torres. Big chunk of turf. Now tries to get away from Fran Garcia. In this half, and Bellingham's won it, and Mbappé springs into life. Was he brought down there? Yellow card is out, and Mbappé saying he's through on the Barcelona goal.
All over the place. Chesney has got to take control.
Mbappé goalwards and in! Kylian Mbappé has come on in this final and got Real Madrid level. His first ever Copa del Rey final, and he scored in it. Won the free kick and scores it. It's all level in Seville.
Well, he's punished them. Massive difference since Kylian Mbappé came on.
Joe Martin in, Fermin Lopez back across, and Luka Modric. Bellingham pops it along. Here's Frankie de Jong.
When I said there's another goal coming, and I don't know which way it was going to come, I regretted it as soon as I said it. I thought, that's it, it's going to be a 1-0 win now.
Centre forward out there for Barcelona. Koundé's cutback, won by deprived of that since half-time. Mbappé, and they will. Vinicius, Fermin Lopez, Rüdiger block, support arriving, Mbappé. Important defending. Real Madrid nearly had the lead for the first time.
Well, I talked in the first.
In towards Bellingham. Tchouameni! Just like in the semi-final, Aurelien Tchouameni comes up big for Real Madrid. They have turned this game around in a way they have so often before. Carlo Ancelotti's changes vindicated, and Real Madrid now believe they're on their way to Copa Del Rey. Can't deal with Frankie de Jong, they can't deal with Barcelona here, in by Lamine Yamal, away by 2 goals in 7 minutes. Koundé, de Jong shut down, Mbappé, Lamine Yamal, who might do it, but for the towering figure of Thibaut Courtois.
You thought he had there, didn't you? We could see from our angle, there was curl on it, it was heading.
Alaba on the bench. Arda Güler, who made the goal, sprinting back into the scene here as Vazquez. So Gavi in, Hector Fall waiting to come on. Lamine Yamal has popped a ball. Asked a question of Real Madrid, and Ferran Torres has delivered. He's been their go-to man in the Copa del Rey, and how about that tonight in the final? Leading the line in the absence of Lewandowski, and that is some finish to bring it level once more. Courtois beaten, 2-2.
Well, we said it'd be a spectacle, and it is built. It is that. It's been exactly that. It's had a great flow to it.
Vinicius caught by Koundé. The swing of the...
Closing down on his own there because he wasn't backed up by his teammates, and he's been quite disappointing tonight, hasn't he, Raphinha?
Ball looked good. Bellingham thought he... Torres has it. Vinicius Júnior. Koundé did brilliantly, and there will be a goal kick. Days time, these two will do battle again, live on Premier Sports 1, the home of La Liga. There's a yellow card out here from Ricardo de Burgos Bengoechea. Lamine Yamal has it back. Torres turns, and he loses his footing.
Lopez has just been booked, and that's a crunching challenge on Arda Güler.
Raphinha. Oh, and a lazy leg and a penalty right at the death for Barcelona. It's Raul Asensio. And the referee at the centre of so much of the pre-match talk has just made a huge call right at the end.
It adds to the drama. Asensio's challenge there.
Well, that replay seems to suggest that Raphinha was going to ground before the contact. And look, this incredible drama, and we're not done. The key moment in the early moments of his Real Madrid career to give away a late penalty in a Clásico Cup final. And how Real Madrid have worked their way back into it, the numbers, the shot count, those on target. It has been such an impressive turnaround from Carlo Ancelotti's side.
Yeah, that's the important ones, the shots on target, not so much the ball.
Two different captains compared to the starting of the game, because Araujo and Modric have been introduced into the second half. But they must win tonight to keep that dream alive. Physically, Real Madrid might look a little bit more battered and bruised and tired out there, maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Valverde is the intro. Somebody get
some of his stars in action here. And now his mind is clear to the idea he'll stay at... Mbappé collects. Torres. Lamine Yamal. Brahim Diaz set away. Lamine Yamal. What a pirouette beyond Tchouameni. Arda Güler was foul off. Play goes on, almost half-heartedly from Real Madrid. And Ferran Torres, who looks up and saw Raphinha was arrived. Barcelona weren't sharp to that. Fran Garcia with a run too. Ferran Torres with the movement to the near post. Brahim Diaz. Arda Martinez now playing at left back.
Pass, and they're wasting good attacking situations. Back in position.
Lopez. Mbappe's ball through, intercepted. Bellingham nearly got there.
It's a tough place to go and get 3 points. The last La Liga fixture.
On by Bellingham towards. Bad challenge for Valverde. Barca play on. Ferran Torres! Just skews that wide. Nearly had his second of the game. Gavi pushes it out to Ferran Torres, who knows he has
individual or quicker attacking play.
Referee trying to play the advantage for Real Madrid, but he still have some creativity in his legs here as Bellingham super leap, Arda Güler onto it, Mbappé free at the back post. Half time in
games these players play. I don't know if we're getting any benefit out of an extra 30 minutes of extra time. I don't know what the solution is, but both sets of players now look out on their feet. We underestimate the heat as well, which has suddenly appeared in this part of Spain.
Rüdiger in real pain. So much so he interrupted Carlo Ancelotti's inspirational second half team talk.
Ancelotti asking his players to keep the ball.
You'd be surprised, and Szczesny's had a good game out there today. He was sent off in the Super.
Maybe Vinicius going off has lessened the threat of Real Madrid. Possibility there of getting free.
Fermin, too sharp, Rüdiger laboured, and the deflection off his own foot perhaps.
Whether play is going to be brought back and a free kick to Barcelona. Does the advantage.
Kits didn't look tired though, did they? They look fine. Up in the stands tonight as Bellingham's hauled down. He's Arda Güler should be fresh out there compared to others. Bellingham made the run, flag stayed down. Smart ball onto Fermin, who has options in the middle. Ferran Torres! Flags up.
He shouldn't have been offside.
Just trying to find Fermin Lopez at the moment because he is the busiest player out there. And Tchouameni with
a big reason why Real Madrid are here in the final.
And his 18-year-old striker's
got both legs taped up and strapped up, playing as much as he does.
Gavi gets forward and
use the maximum amount, get the maximum amount.
Arda Güler. Mbappe's at the back post. Bellingham's running, and he couldn't make meaningful contact with it.
That's his game, isn't it?
Arda Güler. Endrick on the outside. It's a wild decision to go for that from Endrick. He's lost it.
Not anymore in this game.
Arda Güler and Endrick try to exchange it. Back into. Should the game get that far? Short. Koundé onto it to maybe win the Copa del Rey. Koundé with a killer effort. Barcelona celebrate in Seville with minutes remaining of extra time. Hansi Flick checks the watch. It's not done yet, but Barcelona will believe their 32nd title is on the way. Real Madrid labouring and tired. Have they lost it? Have Barcelona won it? There is Brahim Diaz, Mbappé, penalty! Oh, the offside flag's gone up, I think.
Well, we're going to have to chew over this one now, aren't we? Offside, was it a penalty? They've really gone quickly on the offside decision.
Tour. Modric gets in his way, but it's another pass. Fermin. Asensio keeps it in play And then Yamal wins it back. Modric, Brahim Diaz, Szczesny's out.
Calamity written all over it, didn't he? But he gets away with it.
Mbappé gets away from Eric Garcia, but the hand catches Eric Garcia.
Thrown on the pitch from the bench from a Real Madrid player. Obviously it appears it must have been Rüdiger.
Look at this here. Rüdiger furious with the referee. They haven't told him back.
Regarding the referee, and they get beaten this.
Barcelona will lift the Copa del Rey for a record 32nd time. The most dramatic of finals, befitting of a Clásico, decided right at the end of extra time. Jules Koundé there, taking in the adulation of 26,000 Barca fans. At one point, Real Madrid did lead.